Hello in TV land, it's your boy, Freelancer Joe, ready to once again get cracking. And how are you all doing on this fine and wonderful and glorious and fantastic Wednesday? You look at this, you look at this. You know, there's a reason why. There's a reason why I let my environment run a little bit before I start recording, so that hopefully that the dogs shut up. No, I kind of hope the dogs shut up, but no, really, I run it a little bit so that I can do this before start recording. And I might try and do it right now, but let's see. Chrome is fine, but Ubuntu software, the kernel module, and the base, those are kind of important. They'll probably require a restart. So we'll just leave that to the side there. But anyway, I was talking about Wednesday, because today is Wednesday. Or at least as I record this, it's Wednesday. I don't know when you're watching this. Hopefully Wednesday. Maybe possibly Thursday. Or, maybe watch it every day of the week because, you just love that sweet, sweet content of Freelancer Joe. And I can't blame you. But yeah, Wednesday, it's pleasantly cool today. Pleasantly cool. Overcast, but again, the coolness makes it all good. No rain. That's why the dog was barking. Kids got off the school bus. The dogs just do not like the kids for whatever reason. See? They just don't like the kids. They don't like me either, but they really don't like the kids. But yeah, so it was a good Wednesday for me anyway. I hope yours was a good Wednesday. But you see these? You see these? I just noticed these. I did my training. I'm training, as you can tell. I'm sure. Right? And took my shower, and I was checking myself out in the mirror, as I often do. And well, you can't blame me, can you? And yeah, I noticed the bags. I'm like, wow. I know I haven't exactly been sloth-like in getting that much sleep, but I haven't really felt like I've been getting deprived of sleep, and the energy levels have been really good. So, but those bags don't lie. It's definitely I know I haven't been getting as much sleep as normal, and it is registering in my eyes, which is very strange. You'd figure it would register in energy first. So, the human body, a very, very odd and strange thing sometimes. Who knows why it does what it does? Most of the time, mine does the things it does just to annoy me. That's a guess. It's a guess. Alright, we got the editor up. That is good. Yeah. We get the browser up. Yeah, it's good. That's good. Was there anything? Oh, start up the phones. I was gonna jibber jabber on about other things, but we can jibber jabber and start my phones at the same time. Well, can I do two things at once? Well, sure. I look good and am charming. That's two things at once. I exude masculinity and I brighten up any room I'm in. That's two things at once. Yeah, okay. It's two things at once. It's not multitask. Yeah. True multitasker. Alright, 3 cards charging 0% interest until nearly 2021. Yeah. Well, I guess if you have interest that's like really high, then that would be of interest. Well, if you have interest rates that are really high and you're carrying debt, then it would be something worth looking at, but you really shouldn't carry debt on a card. Certainly not month to month. Game of Crones. What color is a tennis ball? Looks greenish yellow to me, yellow green, but okay. Nothing interesting going on in the news today, or at least nothing in the highlights. That doesn't surprise me. It is Wednesday. Bong 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 bong, bong 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 bong. All right. All right. Let's just say there's a. Well, I won't spoil the surprise. I won't spoil the surprise. It's not a surprise for pretty much most of my viewers, though. Yeah. Okay, we got. What do we have up here? We've got browser with nothing of interest. My editor, which has my work, which is of interest. So open up the terminal, and oh, it feels quiet today now that those dogs shut up. Wow, it is quiet, and I can almost hear myself think. Not sure how I feel about that. Okay, so we were working on the demo. And let's look at the Toto. Aside from noticing that I had the bags underneath the eyes, so work was very good, very good. I have solved all of the problems that I was worried about solving. Not necessarily done with the work, but all the unknowns have been answered, and they've been answered in the affirmative that they can be done. So that's a load off my chest. Well, it's broad and massive chest, to broad and massive shoulders, so it really wasn't that much of a load. It was more like, a fly on a mammoth, it's just, but it's a little annoying. All right, we were pop-up button close. We added a pop-up button to close. Yes. But we're still adding explanations. Oh, and before I forget, under personal branding, which is that problem I discovered, which I have not yet shared with you. For those of you who are tech savvy, you should know what that is. I don't fully know what it is, but it plays a part in what I need to do. So, right. So we're still doing the demo. Okay. All right. Okay. Right. Charlito. Okay. Right. So let's start it up. But yeah, quiet. So quiet. I wonder if I should go to bed early today. The problem is I really can't. I mean, not that I can't. It's just that what's the word I'm looking for? And once I take my post-training supplements, I'll be so jazzed that I just won't be able to fall asleep. And that's really why I believe I'm running a sleep deficit. I don't believe, I know it to be true. Because over the weekends, I don't take my supplements, and I'm out like that. Although, to be fair, then I'm almost usually in a carb coma, so, but, the point is, it's what I'm putting into my body that's giving me difficulty sleeping. Or, I don't really fall asleep until I'm really tired. And unfortunately, that means I don't get enough sleep overall. So, that's not cool. And I don't know if the resolution was high enough on the camera for you to pick that up. I certainly hope not. But if it did, I'm impressed. Okay, so what have we on Charlito? Oh, look at this. We added. I got further ahead than I thought I would. So we have icon button, or we have buttons for the pop-ups. If we open up the pop-up, we get a pop-up. However, we have the same pop-up for each field, and that's not right. We want them to be different. And now herein lies the I wonder if I was feeling the sleep deprivation yesterday. Okay, yeah, so herein lies the issue. When the main view is rendered, it renders a single pop-up which has these string values. So, how then would I display a different pop-up for the other views? Or for the other fields, right? Would I call this method 3 times and pass in 3 different sets of values? That would certainly work, and the view is small enough that it really doesn't matter all that much, but the point is, it's kind of wasteful to basically have 3 pop-ups all at once, but you only display 1 at a time. So, I changed the coil on this. It usually takes a while for it to mellow out. I assume I'm just inhaling mostly like metals and stuff right now, so. So, how do we avoid the waste of rendering 3 distinct pop-ups? Well, normally I'm lazy enough that I would just cut and paste it 3 times and change the values. But since I've already kind of pointed it out as an issue, I'll go ahead and address it. So if we look at, you know what, let's copy these. Actually, let's copy this entire line. In our state, for the view, we have a dialog object already. It's a simple key pair, key value pair, a key and a value, right? But suppose the value being true or false to indicate whether or not the pop-up should be displayed. Alright, but well, suppose instead of a true false, we have a nested object. And said nested object has a field for whether or not it's visible. And then it contains the values for the title as well as the text that we want to display in the dialog. Alright. So now, instead of passing in all of these values and using these values as parameters in the function to generate the pop-up, go and take these out. Actually, you know what? We don't even need the key. We don't need any of these. We're just going to render a pop-up, and the pop-up will determine what to display based on the state. Right now, it's just using the state to determine whether or not it should display. So we've got dialog, which we already got, and dialog key. And do I want to iterate through each one? I gotta miss something. Hold on. The pop-up should render. The pop-up is going to look at the dialog object. I don't want it to go through. So this kind of assumes that we're only going to have one pop-up active at a time, which we should actually. There's got to be a more elegant way of doing it. I mean, I don't want to go through all the keys within the object and check to see if there's a visible on it. But when they click the toggle, we pass in the key anyway. You know what? I might be totally wrong about that. We might actually have... Nah, that can't be right. I have to render all three pop-ups? I don't think so. Alright. Dialog active key is going to be an empty string. Okay. Render. Okay. No. If not dialog.active key, then just return an empty div. Else, we're going to return a dialog. Right. And the open is going to be, we're going to use the active key as the index. And then whether or not it's visible. And we're going to toggle the active key. Something about this seems not quite right. Maybe it's been too long since I've actually done anything interesting. That might be why I'm having trouble. Whoop, I needed to copy this entire thing. Okay. Dialog. Dialog again. And handle toggle for dialog.active key. Okay. And so all these icon buttons will pass in the one key that we do know we have. And then when they do on close, alright, well, let's give it a shot. Yeah, Quiet Wednesday, with these bags under my eyes, maybe it wasn't the best idea to actually try tackling this. Alright, came up. Yeah, that's about right. Doopy-doopy-doo-doo-doo-doo. Yeah, I'm trying to think, what was I doing wrong? I know something's not right about that. Alright, where did we go? Where did we go? Huh, alright. Click on that. Charlie View rendering. Okay, so active key. Oh, I never set the active key? Oh, okay. That's right. I never set the active key. Still not sure if that's totally going to solve it, but okay. So now we dialog toggle. We pass in the key of the object that we want. So what we actually want, we copy the dialog. Actually, we don't want to copy just that. We want to copy that particular part of it. We want to copy the specific, the actual subpart, and then the dialog object. Dialog value object. Dialog value object dot visible is going to equal the opposite of what it is. That should toggle it. You know what occurs to me? We actually still do need to copy that entire dialog object, though. Okay, so we copy the entire dialog object. That's fine. We update the actual key value, though. No. And then we copy the view that we want to change. And then we toggle the visibility of the pop-ups object that we want to change. Alright, but we also want to go ahead and set the active key. Active key equals key. And once we've updated the view, we want to go ahead and the pop-up sub-object, nested object, sub-object. And once we copy that, once we've updated it, its visibility, we place it back into our copy of the dialog object. Equals dialog value object. And then we place the updated entire thing back into the state, which should cause a re-render. Right. So we're going to get this dialog object, which is this entire thing. Right. Then we're going to set the active key to what got passed in. Right. And then we're going to copy the object associated with it, update the visibility, place it back in. Okay. Not terribly complicated, but admittedly a bit more complicated than what I've been working on. Programmatically more complicated than what I've been working on at my real job. Real job. Da, 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 da. Come on, baby. Yeah, at least the camera hasn't frozen yet. You know what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about that box of meats from yesterday. It's all safely stowed away in my freezer right now. I should take a picture of that. Because that's a lot of hamburgers. I'm going to enjoy that. I do love me a good burger. I do like me a good piece of meat. What can I say? Well, you don't attain this level of jackness just by eating soy. No. Yeah. You get it with the good proteins. So I'm not sure if it worked or not. Why would I doubt myself? Why would I doubt myself? I mean, there's no point in doubting myself. That's like doubting that the sun will rise in the morning. It might not happen one day, but that time is a long time off. All right. Well, we're not completely done, of course, but we are about at the 30-minute mark, and yeah. Maybe the bags are affecting me. That's yeah. So you know what? We'll go ahead and wrap this up for now. Let's start closing things up. It's been a while since I showed you how I shut things down. Oh, you know what I could do? I haven't bothered committing things in a while. And it's not really important. Actually, what I really need to do is when I get into work tomorrow, real work, is to make sure that I commit my code changes. I've done a lot of work that I haven't bothered backing up yet. But anyway, we'll wrap things up now. EX. I wonder if that actually is a command. Close that up. Close that up. Oh, I need to do the update. Close that up. Close that up. Oh, no, when I close up, we'll make it big. All right. So, cool kid words about liking and subscribing, commenting, and suggesting. I certainly hope that you enjoyed this episode, or, found it mildly amusing, or at the very least, it did not make you physically sick. I don't think my episodes have been that bad, but hard to tell. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of this Wednesday afternoon, and I hope you join me tomorrow as we will hopefully finish this part up. And you know what? Until the next time you join me, I hope that you take care and God bless.